Before we get into the market update, folks, guess what time of year it is? It is home show time. And what does this mean? This means that I have tickets for you and a guest, and of course, with over 550 vendors at the Enercare Center, March the 6th to March the 15th. Now might be a time if you're doing some price shopping, if you're replacing those windows or roofing, or you're considering putting in a hot tub or pool even, or if you simply want to meet me there and we'll enjoy an afternoon together, have some fun. So message me for tickets. Now, let's get right into the market update. So apparently, even the housing market decided to hibernate in January. Sentiment, which is the silent lever, not only in housing but in the broader economy, continues to be a bit stubborn across the GTA, much like that snowbank at the end of your driveway, of course. So in January, there were 3,082 home sales reported, down 19.3% to January of 2025. At the same time, active listings rose 8.1% year over year to 17,975, bringing overall months of inventory to 5.8 months. So months of inventory explain measures how quickly homes would sell if no new listings came to market. And as we edge closer to 6 months, the market begins shifting towards more of a buyer-friendly condition. In plain terms, more choice for more buyers, but many regions are behaving differently. For example, Durham region has just 3.6 months of inventory, which can be a seller's market, depending on the category of the market being analyzed, of course. Given affordability is a hurdle, the price point below $700,000 in the Durham region is seeing multiple offers all over again. Tonight, one of my clients is competing in an offer night for a home that's been listed for $500,000, but the market value of this house is $650,000. Fun fact, when an agent boasts on a sold sign that the home sold for $150,000 over asking, guess what? It was listed $150,000 below market value. Message me if you'd like an explanation as to how this works. In the GTA, however, the average selling price in January was $973,289, down 6.5% from a year ago. This means that you can now buy a home for below $1 million, which we have not seen since 2020. Of course, with the Bank of Canada holding interest rates steady, the combination of stable mortgage rates and softer prices is expected to encourage more buyers to step back into the market and take advantage of current opportunities. Ideally, before spring arrives, when everybody suddenly remembers they wanted to move all along. Treb's chief information officer, Mr. Jason Mercer, has indicated that current inventory levels should keep prices relatively stable in the near term. However, he also expects activity to pick up for the second half of 2026 as affordability improves and consumer confidence strengthens. Translation, today's quieter market may look very smart in hindsight. Now, with that in mind, of course, buyers would be well served to stay active for now, watching the market, getting informed, of course, working with a realtor such as myself, and identifying where true value exists. As momentum builds later in the year, prices will begin trending upward again, but it will be a slow process because in Toronto real estate, patience is a virtue, but timing is everything. The condominium market, however, continues to face some pressure, largely due to an above-average number of units that are going to be delivered this year. Roughly 20,000 new condominium units are expected by the end of 2026. Condo sales in January were down 26% year over year, and the average price declined nearly 10% to $604,000. Now, of course, much of this shift is tied to a higher number of smaller investor-style units selling, which is about 20% of the inventory. The silver lining, prices for those smaller units across the GTA are reaching levels that are becoming increasingly more attractive for investors. So investors may be coming back into the market. Proof that even in a cooler market, opportunity still manages to find a parking spot. So in conclusion of the market update, folks, if you want your tickets, just message me directly. We will get them to you. If by chance we have an opportunity to meet, we'll see you at the home show. If we don't see you, we'll see you next month.